The price of a 500 watt solar panel depends on many different factors. The first factor is its size, meaning how you are building a 500 watt solar panel setup. For example, for 500 watts, you can also use 5 panels of 100 watts each. These usually become the most expensive option because the smaller the panel you buy, the higher the cost becomes. For example, if a 100 watt panel costs around 2500 rupees, then 5 panels for 500 watts will cost around 12,500 rupees. In the same way, if you build a 500 watt system using 2 panels of 250 watts each, then those 2 panels will cost you around 12,000 rupees. But if you buy a single complete panel of 500 watts, which is easily available in monocrystalline technology, especially in mono-PERC bifacial technology, then that panel may cost you around 9,000 rupees. However, if you move toward DCR technology, then the same panel may cost you around 13,000 rupees. And if you go with the latest technology, such as N-type TOPCon non-DCR panels with more than 500 watt capacity, then again you may get it for around 10,000 rupees. So you can see that the price changes depending on whether you choose 100 watt panels, 250 watt panels, mono-PERC panels, DCR panels, or the latest technology panels. That is why you first need to understand your requirement and decide which option suits you. If you already have an old inverter and battery installed and you want to add solar panels to it, then you can use a solar charge controller. If you have a single battery inverter, then you will need an MPPT technology charge controller. For example, the Nova 50 controller costs around 6,500 rupees. On this controller, you can also install 2 panels of 500 watts each. In other words, if you buy 2 panels in mono-PERC bifacial technology, you can use those panels with this controller. Similarly, if you have a PWM technology inverter, then on a single battery, you can install 5 panels of 100 watts each. And if you find a 250 watt panel in 12 volt, with a VOC of around 25 volts, then you can install 2 such panels to build a 500 watt setup. So here you can see that your 500 watt system can be built with 1 panel, with 2 panels, or with 5 panels. And all of these setups are still counted as a 500 watt solar system. Also remember that we do not use a solar panel alone. For example, if you buy a mono-PERC bifacial panel that costs around 8,000 rupees and you add an MPPT technology controller that costs around 6,500 rupees, and then you add a stand and wiring which may cost around 2,500 to 3,000 rupees, then the total cost of your 500 watt solar system will be around 16,000 rupees. And later you can easily upgrade the system to 1 kilowatt by simply adding one more panel. If you want to install a completely new 500 watt solar system, then I recommend using at least a 1 kilowatt capacity inverter. For example, the UTL Gamma Plus 1 kVA inverter. Similarly, there is the NXG Pro 1 kVA inverter. There is also the EA Pro 1500 model, and Eastman also has similar models. All these companies provide inverters that can support 1 kilowatt of solar panels on a single battery. These inverters usually cost around 8,000 to 9,000 rupees and at most around 10,000 rupees. Then you will install one battery on it, which you can easily get for around 12,000 rupees. After that, the cost of one panel will again be around 8,000 rupees, and the stand and wiring will add another 8,000 to 10,000 rupees. So in total you will see that your complete setup will cost around 40,000 rupees. And in the future you can easily upgrade it by adding one more panel, which will turn it into a 1 kilowatt solar system. So hopefully now you understand how much it costs to install a 500 watt solar panel system.